This is 95 Mirchi. I'm Mirchi Jimmy. Today I'm in conversation with Dr. Sunita Maheshwari, who, along with her husband, started People4People about 20 years ago. And they started with making playgrounds for children who study in government schools within the school campus. And they've done about 560 odd schools as of now. I have Dr. Sunita Maheshwari with me. Good morning, Doc. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jimmy. I'm doing good, thank you.
Good to hear. Doctor, the reason I'm reaching out to you is not because of your excellent skills in doctory, but you've started something called People4People, started a few years ago, many years ago, in fact. What's the story behind People4People? How did it start? What happened?
Well, we moved back from the U.S.
Okay.
Late 1990s, and our daughter was born there at Yale University where we were studying.
All right.
And she had access to public playgrounds in America.
Right.
You could, walk into any playground and play. And when we moved back to India, specifically to Bangalore, we used to take her to a playground in like our little compound, one of the gated communities.
Right.
And I would watch the kids who were right across in the government school who had land, but there was no play equipment at all there.
Okay.
So we did a little carnival at our neighborhood, and we raised some money, and we said, what should we do with it? And I said, well, why don't we put up one playground in the government school in Tubarhalli, which is in Whitefield.
Right.
And so we did that. And at that point, it was no grand ambition of, putting up a trust fund or anything, but just seeing the faces of the kids,
right.
Light up, enjoying the slide. They couldn't even wait till the paint had dried. And that just sort of struck me and my husband, and we said, where do the poor kids in our country go to play?
Right.
And so we started putting up one playground. Whenever we had a little money, we'd put another playground.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
Okay. That's beautiful. Before we continue this interview, I wanted to know, because your daughter was born in Yale University, does she get free education there for the rest of her life?
Sadly, no.
Okay, so let's get back to the playground. So you started in 2004, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in the last, 19 years, what all have you done and what's been the highlight for you?
Well, I think what we've done is sort of consistently every year put up new playgrounds. So we've now crossed 566 at last count last week. Highlight, I would say, was putting up a playground. If you remember where the tsunami had hit in Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
So there were some government schools there that had been destroyed. And I had gone as part of a medical mission, and then they reached out later. For, we heard you're doing playgrounds.
Right.
So we put up playgrounds in that area, and that was I think every playground, honestly, is a highlight.
You have like a set design in place in terms of how much space you need and what all you'll put in there?
Yes, we put in a slide, jungle gym.
Okay.
And then those things that go around.
Yeah.
And then the seesaws.
Okay.
We used to put swings, but then the teachers asked us not to because apparently the older adults would come at night and sit on it. So we don't put swings.
Okay.
And in government schools, what we found is they actually have a lot of land.
Right.
So we asked the principal, where would you like it? Typically where there's some shade.
Okay.
And they choose the location, and then we go and install it there.
Okay. So how much does this one set cost to put up, including labor and everything?
So it used to be 40,000. Of course, steel prices have gone up. We only use the steel playgrounds because they're more durable.
Right.
Though I've been wanting to look at tires and, other sort of sustainable materials. So right now, the prices are about 70,000 for one playground.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Now, for people, my listeners who are listening right now and say, my God, this is so lovely. I want to be part of this. I want to contribute. One, funds is, of course, I'm assuming something that they can. Two, when you do set up playgrounds, do you invite volunteers to come and help set it up?
Yes. I mean, I think if anyone wants to volunteer, there's several ways.
Okay.
One, as you said, of course, is funds, but that's secondary. I think one of the things that people who've donated, sometimes they want to donate like in the name of a parent or a grandparent.
Okay.
So when we put some of the playgrounds up which are donated in memory of someone, we actually put that person's name and, who donated
Sweet.
in memory of whom.
Right.
So it stays as a lasting legacy for whoever they want to remember.
Right.
And a lot of people in Bangalore have chosen to do it in neighborhoods around them.
Okay.
But yes, the second is they could certainly come and be involved in installation. And thirdly, one of the issues is maintenance.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about that actually.
Yeah, so since we've put them up now, like they're primarily in Karnataka, but also in other states, we have asked the schools to maintain it.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure they always do it.
Right.
So if volunteers wanted to say, okay, we take a bunch of college students and paint up and redo one of the playgrounds, even just in Bangalore, that would be fantastic.
Nice. Okay, and how do they reach out to you for this?
Email is good.
Okay, so do you have any? Does People4People have any social handles?
Yes, I can get those to you.
Okay,
it's people4people.in is the website.
And are you on Facebook or on Instagram or any of those spaces?
Not very active.
Okay, fine. All right. So if they go to people4people.in, they can.
Yes.
Is there an email there that they can reach out to you?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So that's POPLE for the number, that's 4, and POPLE.in, right?
PEOPLE.
Yes, fabulous.
Yes.
Dr. Sunita, thank you so much. I mean, the work that you're doing is just beautiful. Much love to you, your husband, and your daughter as well. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. God bless.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Take care. Bye.